I would like to say good morning, everyone, and good morning, lecturer. And now it's my turn to do the presentation on the topic of kinesthetic learning. Okay, so let's jump to the content here. Okay, so the content it will be into introduction of kinesthetic learning, and we will talk about the characteristic of kinesthetic learning and tool for kinesthetic learning, and also the methods to engage students in kinesthetic learning. Okay, here introduction. So kinesthetic learning, it is a learning style in which learning takes place by the student carrying out physical activities rather than listening to a lecture or watching demonstration. So kinesthetic learning, it is a type of learning that happens when students they working out or carrying the physical activity uh, rather than listening to teacher demonstration. So mostly those kind of students they learn while they are using their physical activity. And here are the characteristics of kinesthetic learning. So this kind of learner they like to move around a lot, and they prefer not to sit still. They don't like to sit still. They like to move, move a lot while studying or learning, like to participate in learning, like to do things rather than read about them. So like they like to draw, they like to move around, they like to do things they rather than read. Do not prefer reading, do not spell well, enjoy problem solving by doing. So when you allow them to solve the problem, they like do it. They don't, yes, they prefer by doing. Like to try new things, so they want to try the new thing, talk with hands or gestures. So this kind of learner or learning, when they talk, they use their hands or use the gesture, like to touch the object. And here are the tools for kinesthetic learnings. So walk while studying, or do things as you say them. So for example, when you say walk, so allow them to walk. So they will quickly catch the meaning of that word. Practice by repeating motion. So like practice by repeating motion, like this kind of tool. When you say run, you allow them to run. Walk, you allow them to walk. Or raise your hands up, you allow them to raise their hands. So this practice by repeating motion. Dance, such you study. Write words, use marker, pens or pencil to see if they feel right. Okay, when memorizing, use fingers to write on the table or in the ears. So, for example, when memorizing the words or the phrase, they may use the fingers to write on the table or in the air. For example, the word book, so they may use their hand to start on the table or in the air to memorize the words or the phrases. Associate a feeling with the information. And the last one, stretch. So stretch like doing yoga or move your body movement. So yep. Write on a whiteboard in order to use cross muscle movement. Use the computer. Use hand-on activity with objects that can be text. For example, if you use the vocabulary connected with the classroom words, so you can bring the ruler, bring the book, bring the eraser, bring the and allow them to touch with the object, and they will learn that words. Study in short time periods, so don't allow them to sit still in long period. So just a short period, and let them get up and walk around, or just stand in between those time, and let them study. Again, make study tool to hold. Use flashcard separate into know and don't know peers. Use plastic letters and mechanic board for new vocabulary. So when you present a new words or a new vocabulary, you can bring a plastic letter or can bring a flashcard with the letter and show them and let them touch as well. Okay, here's methods to engage kinesthetic learning. So give break when possible and have students move around during those breaks. Provide hands-on learning tool when possible, like model, clays, blocks. You can even provide some clays for them to play when they study, using as a hand-on learning tool like blocks. You allow them to use it. Use the outdoor for learning opportunity when possible. To engage this kind of learning, you also use the outdoor for learning as well. Don't just stay in the classroom. Just let them go outside to learn something that connected with the content in your book. Teach concepts through games and projects. So teach them the concept through games. So you might choose a games or projects that will provide them or will take them the concept or the content that you want them to learn. Have students answer questions during class on the whiteboard. So just allow your student answer the question and let them go to the whiteboard and write it. Use a dance, play or role play activity to reinforce information. So you might use a play or role play activity to support or to strengthen the information using a PTR approach. So here mean using a total physical response approach. Okay, so that's it, lecturer, for my part. Thank you, lecturer, and everyone.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Park, for your presentation about kinesthetic learning, right?
Yeah,
It
teacher.
means like learning by doing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so are there any question? Okay, maybe one or two question about kinesthetic learning here. Hello, do you have a question, please? No question mean your presentation now is the picture clear enough, right? Okay, how many people here, however, apply kinesthetic in your classroom? Mean kinesthetic learning in your classroom here? Have you got from me clearly? Yeah.
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah, clear. But I think about about the question that you asked.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever let your student dance in the class?
Yeah, teacher, I use.
Yeah, it's just some part of that part, but yeah, make sure we can say that play, that game, it must be linked to the lesson. We can say that that's one that we call like the way that you can apply something authentically or practically, we can say like you need to link it. We can say for the purpose of gaming or applying game in the class. We can say the game must have a clear purpose. Yeah, not mean just let them feel fun, but the game, we can say the lesson just about A, but the game will be about B. It might be not really well linked. We can say not well linked or really achieve about your lesson objective there.